When ladies need a total makeover, our next guest is there to help with a holistic approach. Take a look.
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you see?
Ooh, I see split ends. I see plain.
This is not a weak woman that we're dealing with. She's very strong. I think with Courtney holding on so tight to every aspect of her life, the reality is by her neglecting herself, she's not in control of herself.
Yeah, we've all been there. Well, here to talk about the Lifetime TV show Girlfriend Intervention is host Tracy Balan. Welcome to the show, girlfriend.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for having me today.
Oh, thank you for being here. Now, this show features 4 poised and polished sisters helping out their white sister and giving them the total makeover. Tell us more about the show.
Well, it's really was a big cultural exchange. That's what really the underline is, that women need women, no matter what race, color, nationality, or where you're from. That was the underlying meaning of the show, and that's what we were trying to convey to the world, because a lot of the times, you know, white women don't think that black women understand their plight or what their beauty regimens are or what they need. But women understand women. We're going through the same thing. We're women, we're growing in business, we're having children, and we're still trying to balance who we are on the inside.
Now, is it only cross-cultural, or do you help out black women as well?
Well, this first season was really about the culture. You know,
Cross-cultural, okay.
Yeah, it was really just about that. It was so that we could make an impact in media.
Okay.
Because anytime you see a makeover show, it's always the same. It's always a Caucasian woman that's doing the makeover, or it's a black woman that's only brought on to do black hair.
Got you.
So they were initially trying to break down the barriers right at the start. And I think that's why that was one of the reasons I was picked. It was because most of my clients are Caucasian, and I am versed in 9 different types of extensions.
Oh.
So they knew coming in I could handle both African American hair and Caucasian women's hair. So we wanted to go in that aspect of showing you that women are women and we're people, you know, like it was almost like a We Are the World situation, showing that we can all help. And that's what we're doing with this women. We're like the boot camp.
The boot camp.
Yeah, the boot camp.
You know, so much of how a woman feels about herself is manifested in her physical appearance, right?
Exactly.
So do you find that you were doing as much internal work as you were doing external work as well on these women?
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the whole reason of my scene, Mirror Mirror. The mirror mirror scene is where you have to face yourself at its truest state. That's why we don't put makeup on them before they face the mirror. We put them at their purest state and let them look at themselves and see what's really going on inside of them.
That sounds like a nightmare.
No, it's
Most
not a
people would be
nightmare.
terrified to do that.
Well, that's the point. Women are terrified. You'll be surprised how many women look in the mirror every day to apply makeup but never really look at themselves. Women are scared to look at themselves naked.
That's true.
I have friends that have 1 mirror in the house, and that's after they finish putting on their clothes, they get in front of their mirror after they hear that and then start to apply makeup because they're scared to look at their true self.
Why do you think that is?
Because, you know, media, the world, it's telling us that we need to be skinny now and all those things. And really, back in the day, being a voluptuous woman was the thing.
Yeah.
It was the thing to be. It showed that you had class. It showed that you took care of yourself.
Show that you could afford food.
That you could afford food.
Yeah.
But now it's changed, and it's going to change again. I feel like now we're coming back with curvy women, and then it's going to go back to skinny women. Then it's going to come back to curvy women. It's like when the whole thing was being light skin was in, now dark skin is in, then straight hair is in, now being Afrocentric is in. It's going to go. We are an evolving world, so it's going to come back.
And because of that pendulum shift back and forth, Tracy, it's more important than ever that women remain steady and confident in who they are, because one day you're in, the next day your look is out, but as long as you're into yourself, that's all that matters, right?
And that's the biggest thing I teach to all the women, because I'm a beauty expert. And the main thing I teach is finding the beauty that defines you. Not what's defined for you, but what defines you. When you come outside, even if white is not in season, do you feel like you look good in white? Then wear white.
I hear that.
It has nothing to do with the season. It has to do with who you are.
All right, so for those out there that are watching and they may need a makeover in their life, what are the most important things that they should focus on or know?
1, figuring out what they feel their best features are. That's the number 1 thing. And then figuring out what your weakest features are. And the reason I say that is because weakness can be a catapult to other things. It opens you up to other things. But if you know what your weak points are, you're always on watch of that. And on watch as to show, not to let people manipulate you because you feel like, oh, I'm not as pretty as that girl is. Or I feel like my nose is too big, so I wear sunglasses all the time, but then you have beautiful eyes, so now you're negating that your beautiful eyes are being covered because you're trying to slim down your nose. You get what I'm saying? So you have to understand your strengths and your weaknesses.
And stop being preoccupied with the quote-unquote weaknesses and focus on the blessings.
Exactly.
Those are great tips. You actually have a glam book coming out soon, right?
Yes, I have a glam
tell us
book
about that.
called True Beauty Chit Chat, From Reality TV to Real Women. So I'm teaching women how to get the look without paying all the plastic surgery prices.
All right. A lot of
That's
people are picking up
expensive.
that book. Don't worry.
And
until then,
when does that book come out?
Well, right now we had a date in November, but because we've added more content in, because the publishers are really excited, they keep adding more. So I think we're gonna have a Valentine's Day release instead of a November release.
All right, well,
and-
come back then. Yeah.
And until then, we can catch you on Girlfriend Intervention, which airs Wednesdays on Lifetime at 10 p.m.
That's right.
All right, thank you so
We're
much for
there.
being here. And we'll be
job.
right back with more Rise Entertainment 360.
All right.